Empire versus Liquid, Liquid versus Empire. Liquid currently leading 1-0 in this best of 3. And we have Wings awaiting at the finals here at ESL One Manila 2016. We're about ready to go into the draft for game number 2. Earlier, right before the break, we heard from our panelists, Milk, Gods, and Merlini, their thoughts, hopefully some changes coming from Empire in their draft, and also just kind of how they're going about it. It seemed like Liquid did have the driving seat there in the draft for game number 1. How would you like to see that change? I mean, is it more on the bans or what picks they're taking away on the side of Empire, or is it just simply keeping their head cool and not picking things a little too early and setting themselves up for a trap when they get to the last pick? Nobody has any thoughts.
Malk was giving me his macho man look. Or he was giving I say that, he was really giving it to Ben, but I was like trying to intercept
I mean, he was a contender. He was a contender.
I'm practicing on Ben every day. Yeah. I think they just need to be a bit more mindful about the pick phase.
Okay.
We already saw it on the fourth pick and third pick, in the sense that it was already risky for them being pushed down, and that is exactly what happened. And Winter Wyvern was great for the sustainability, but I think Liquid could have gone even more in. It's just not their playstyle to play with junglers that same way, though. So, yeah, a bit more AoE is what I'd like to see.
Right. I mean, that's what you guys noted kind of as a big missing point. Gods, what about you? I mean, do you have any specific times or ways you'd like to see that draft change from Empire?
There's perhaps some more kind of comfort heroes they can go for, like getting the Ramsey Spectre. We saw when they were really under pressure against Team Secret, they even first stage pick it.
Yeah.
And it's not a hero that provides some AoE, but it team fights really well. And that's something which is you're going to want to do against Liquid. You can get your AoE elsewhere. I mean, the Scandal Puck, maybe even from your offline or your supports, but having a Ramsey's hero that he's just at his most comfortable with.
Yeah, we talked about that, the difference, right? Yesterday they had the Spectre priority and letting the puck still slide through and eventually getting banned out. Today they seem to favor the puck, and again, the performance on the puck was fine, but it didn't seem to pay off, and we're gonna find out what their choice is this time, Empire. They're gonna pick up the Nature's Prophet, though, as it sneaks through the bans. They're the ones who banned out Doom this time to change things up. And Team Liquid, being the second pick, does ban out Earth Spirit themselves.
Last game, I think Empire got outdrafted because they didn't expect a Lone Druid in the middle lane. Often it's position 1 for them, but they actually pulled a switch and made a mid, and then had the Lycan, and the Lycan was a big surprise. And they should have been like, oh crap, this is something way different from them, or not way different, but like slightly different in that we could have gotten pushed down very early with an unusual lineup.
I mean, the biggest surprise was the Lone Druid in the middle lane.
Yep.
Right on. A little bit of a switcheroo. Beastmaster still remaining as that top priority here on the last day of ESL One Manila. Chantrix is banned out though, so no pairing there. What do you expect to see in the first stage here for Liquid then? I mean, again, they were the ones who won. They felt comfortable during the draft in game 1. I mean, is there anything you think that's kind of emergent for them?
You kind of just want to wait for the weakness of Empire's lineup. Like Doom seems pretty easily pushed down, especially with like Death Prophet. I think might be something.
For sure. I think it's just such a good combo with the Spectre. The Zeus also, then you're worried about the full global ultis, the Haunt, the Wrath of Nature with the Thunder God's Wrath, but the Puck to me is honestly probably a bigger priority than Zeus as far as the mid lane goes for Team Empire.
Depends if Liquid feels like they have the counter to Puck.
Spectre.
Yeah. I mean, I was wondering, right? I mean, Liquid has to know that's coming, and as expected, Empire does pick it up. So does Liquid just have to ban out the puck here then? They don't want to take that risk?
For sure. I think it's just such a good combo with the Spectre. The Zeus also, then you're worried about the full global ultis, the Haunt, the Wrath of Nature with the Thunder God's Wrath, but the Puck to me is honestly probably a bigger priority than Zeus as far as the mid lane goes for Team Empire.
Depends if Liquid feels like they have the counter to Puck, or it has weaknesses that they can lane up well against. I agree with you though. I would also call it a no-brainer to just remove the puck to be sure to take Empire out of their comfort zone. I would love to have, should Empire have should we have the opportunity to hear from them in an interview or whatever, I'd love to hear what, they probably won't divulge this though, okay, I'll get to the point now. Why they pick puck over Spectre in some games, and then in other games pick the Spectre over the puck. Because this is the third game that we see them alternate.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting to hear whether it's simply, how they test the waters against certain matchups, or it's because they come in with a strategy in mind, and then maybe they get thrown off a little bit in the next phase of the draft. But it is indeed going to be the puck. I mean, Liquid spent some time thinking about it, but even if they have an answer, they don't want to take that risk just because Empire's proven that that's kind of their go-to. That's their bread and butter. They feel so comfortable on those. Don't want to let that margin slip through when Liquid is still in the lead right now. 1-0 in this best of 3.
going to Empire's bans, you see the Lone Druid and the Lycan, the cornerstone of the push strategies for Team Liquid on top of the Beastmaster. However, there are a lot of substitutes, I think. One in particular that they use a lot is Necrophos. They also use Razor with a Scepter to seize your towers too, so like Liquid, like they can still run a very similar strategy with just slightly different heroes, if they want to.
The Enigma, another pushing option. They can easily fit in a jungler. You're versing a team with Spectre. You're not worried about being pressured in the first, until Spectre hits level 6. So if you want to run an Enigma at Chen, something like along those lines for Kuro, it's definitely possible.
Oh yeah, you're both on to the right things. I think Razor is a great pickup, as Ben was saying, and especially the Enigma as well. We've seen with great success. Another hero we haven't seen much in this tournament is the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, it's come up on the panel quite a few times, whether it's as very ideal or not, but the Chen this time slipping through, and Liquid gonna pick that right up.
Again, putting the pressure on Team Empire's draft, that takes away a lot of heroes that they potentially wanted, because they can't just put themselves down to single targeting without enough AoE damage or enough counter push or burst and so forth. So it limits the scope of what heroes they should be able to allow themselves to pick. Like they might disagree. Like yesterday, I said the same thing. I thought they were gonna be in game 2 against Secret. I thought they were gonna be run over from that AoE time push that they had with Tidehunter and Enigma, because they only had Nyx Assassin and Darkseer. That was the only thing they had to deal with it. When you didn't include the Rubik stealing ultimates.
It was a big factor. A little bit overlooked, but a very big one. For Empire, then, I mean, obviously this time the draft's starting out very differently for them. They've got the mobility with the Prophet and the Spectre. I mean, do you still recommend that they keep it pretty well-rounded and still wait, or is this already enough to see now, especially with the CEM being picked up by Empire?
The focus is largely going to be protecting the Spectre pick in the early game. You get a CM just to help kind of deter some of those Chen ganks. If you're in the right spot with a Frostbite, those creeps coming in aren't going to be as effective as you'd like them to be. The Aura also benefits your entire lineup as well, so it gives you a much stronger laning stage than you would otherwise have.
Yeah, and the increased benefit from picking the Witch Doctor is that he is by far the best support up against the Chen if you don't have Enchantress available. And then Crystal Maiden is the second other support that is really good at it because of Frostbite. So...
Okay,
I'm just gonna say that I thought they might go for the anti-mage earlier, but I wasn't gonna say anything because I didn't think they'd get that. You know, it's traditionally a bit greedy to do in the current meta.
But this is like the right heroes to do it against.
Yeah, exactly.
Spectre can't kill AM, Nature's Prophet.
I mean, there's probably no worse hero to have up against an anti-mage than Nature's Prophet. There's just like, once anti-mage gets to you, you're dead.
Right.
Like, there's no escape.
I don't think there's a great solution. Like, Scandal's second go-to hero is normally the Batrider, which gives you some catch-pick-up potential, but you lasso him, where's the physical damage coming from? They have no actual, like, good DPS to kill him off. They'll still pick the Bat. Like, it's still like, what do you go for? But the AM is, they pick the AM knowing that Bat's coming and that it's not going to be, like, a good answer to the AM.
Yeah, so, you know, depending on you look at it, maybe a little greedy, but very confident coming here from Team Liquid. Merlini, what do you think? I mean, Empire, once again, are they kind of caught in a ditch here with the last pick and the last ban, of course?
I don't think it's so bad for them. I think the Crystal Maiden pick actually offers a lot for them. They don't have... I think they have a lot of burst for the Batrider, and they can take advantage before anti-mage gets a little bit big. The only big problem is like they can't put any pressure to the lanes. Like Nature's Prophet, poor matchup versus the anti-mage. Like they have a Spectre in the early game, and not the ideal solution for the Chen. So I think their laning phase is weak, and Liquid's push is much stronger.
I think a Tusk pickup for Empire would be pretty good right now. Further control, pretty good up against Liquid's lineup, good for saving allies as well.
All right, well, we'll find out. The Enigma is off the table for both teams as Liquid takes it out, and then the Quap being taken out by Empire. So the last pick for Liquid now.
I still think like a DP or Razor or something that could like push down towers while anti-mage farms and just carries them into the mid game would be like very, very dangerous for them, because now like even 4 on 5, I would say like Liquid has a pretty good advantage into the mid game. If Batrider's blink is late, they'll get crushed. If Spectre gets under farmed, they'll also get crushed. If he haunts at one wrong time, they'll get crushed. Whereas like Team Liquid, they have much more room for error. They're still strong without Hand of God. They're still strong without Death Ward or Beastmaster ult. It's mainly just Exorcism that they have to play around.
Kind of like 4 protect 1 type strat, but the 4 are less hovering around the AM to protect him, but they're pushing towers, creating space for him.
Okay.
What do you think here? Last pick, Tusk, Spirit Breaker?
I think damage to be personally, to be honest, you're like a
yeah,
Lion type. Lion I don't think is great, but they need burst damage. Like you lasso Death Prophet, you're not going to kill her. same with the AM. Where is the actual firepower coming from?
I remember some teams used to run Elder Titan as a solution to Chen and to delay the push. I actually like it a lot versus the anti-mage, but I highly doubt they'll pick it.
Secret, I know 2014 ran the Crystal Maiden Elder
Crystal
Titan.
Maiden, Elder Titan. Other than that, I don't see too many good picks that can actually like kill an anti-mage.
Tusk would give them that early game aggression where they could control and keep down the Death Prophet. Goes well in against anti-mages in the later stages of the game.
Sounding like they still, I mean, they're in a similar situation now where they have to kind of pick their battles, still missing out on that firepower, a similar issue that they seem to have in game number 1. What's it going to be, though?
Night Stalker could also be okay. Give them some vision and make anti-mage feel a little bit scared once it gets to the middle late game.
They're very momentum-based if they pick the Night Stalker. Well, they are with the Tusk as well.
But I think I guess like maybe Spec with Batrider's already enough vision though, and they would have trouble versus the Beastmaster.
Running down the clock, Empire grasping at straws or coming out with the Legion. Okay, panel, what do you guys think? Not one that we mentioned so far in this draft.
I'm curious.
I like him a lot. He's firstly he's really good versus Primal Roar, or she, and secondly she's really good at picking off an anti-mage without the use of Batrider. You said they might not have enough damage with the Batrider, but they don't even need Lasso to kill the anti-mage.
It seems like a greedy pick and they know they can get away with it because their opponents have a Chen. And Legion Command is actually a really good counter to AM. You get your Blade Mail up, you blink duel him, and you can almost solo kill an AM at most stages of the early to mid game. So it's a direct counter pick to the AM and something they feel they can get away with, just probably running straight jungle. I don't even think he needs to gank that much. He can just farm a fast Blink Dagger and then get active.
And it stalls pushes a lot.
Yeah, exactly. It stalls pushes a lot, so it's decent against him.
Okay, well, it's sounding like they have the option here, Empire, trying to fight back with the Legion Commander among their roster. Will they win game number 2, or will it be Liquid winning 2-0 going towards the finals here at ESL One Manila 2016? Let's find out as we go into game number 2 with our commentators.
Thank you very much, Joe Brandy. We're back for more action. Game 2 now between Liquid and Empire. And Liquid giving us some classic Liquid stuff here. The push, the DP, but the Matumba Man anti-mage that's going to be AFK farming, looking to be that real powerhouse in the late game. But then Empire, you know, Spectre Ramses seems good. Nature Prophet Afterlife, I'm pretty comfortable with that. Scandal Batrider. And then Miposhka, he's playing Legion Commander Purge.
It'll be exciting to see what he can do. Like they said, it's going to be really good at stopping pushes. If they do have a hero advantage, they can kill a lot of heroes. So they just have to get him within range of anti-mage, and that guy's going to die in a lot of cases if Liquid's not set up to defend it. So it could be very good.
And Winter, I mean, your views on the final pick, Legion Commander. They talked about, obviously, in the draft, how Empire maybe was struggling with a kind of an answer to the anti-mage. Is the Legion Commander that?
I mean, it's sort of a very greedy pick as well. Like, you have the CM to control and deter the Chen's aggression, but what if the CM is not there all the time? So Chen is going to be able to gank the other lanes if he's not there to protect the lanes, because you have a Legion Commander which doesn't do anything. So it's, again, for me, a very risky pick. It might work, but it could also be a disaster for Empire.
No, I really like what Jax did at the start of the game. He TP'd to lane, and he ran immediately to the enemy jungle. He blocked the medium-sized camp over here in the jungle, and he also did the other medium camp over here. And what this does is it basically means that whenever Legion Commander goes from camp to camp, he has to walk very far. So rather than blocking all of them in a grouping, he can block the ones in the middle. That way he can't find that much farm. He's planning to jungle, but he's going to have some trouble, and this is going to slow him down, which might buy him enough time for anti-mage to be survivable and to stay alive.
Yeah, and they don't have sentries on the CM as well, so this is going to be very, very troublesome for Miposhka here.
I mean, talking about Miposhka on this Legion, I mean, are we going to see, does he play kind of the pub AFK farm until Blink, or are we going to see earlier impact on the lanes? I mean, how much can he achieve?
I mean, what can you do earlier? Like, it's basically when you have a Legion Commander jungling, you have to just farm until you get the Blink. It's very, very rare that you can actually contribute in the early stages unless you maybe get a rune or someone's diving deep and you get lucky and you get a kill.
Yeah, we'll see elsewhere. Obviously, this matchup in the mid lane with Scandal and Fun on here is they're very, very comfortable with. Bottom lane, Ramses. King up. He's training a bit of harass with mind control, but of course mind control's Beastmaster, something that we've seen quite a few times this tournament, and he always has a very, very solid performance. And top lane, Matumba Man in this game bringing back the anti-mage. I mean, we've seen Spectre so far this tournament. I believe it's got something like an 87.5% win rate. Picking an AM carry against the Spectre, I mean, how does that work out in kind of matchup terms?
Well, Spectre is in some ways really good against anti-mage. Basically, AM is going to not be able to kill Spectre for a long time. Spectre can beat him in a 1v1 in most cases, but if anti-mage gets ahead through pressure, then it can be really dangerous.
Oh, an Afterlife. All right, we didn't expect that. Witch Doctor getting caught out Empire. First blood on the board there. I mean, Nature's Prophet, a strong laner. Jerax just wasn't careful enough.
He must have got him blocked in. It was a solo kill.
And Matumbaman's now jumping in, trying to trade hits back onto Afterlife. And look at the mana down mid lane. A rotation from Kuroki will get one on the board for Liquid. So already 2 minutes in, 1 for 1.
Yep, this is the danger of like having the Legion commander, and CM has to stay in the lane to help the Spectre, so he's unable to actually help the other lane. So Chen is allowed to make all these rotations.
Oh, look at this mind control just hacking into this Crystal Maiden. There's so much. I mean, King Art, they've got to be careful. We're seeing both the CM and the Spectre really getting bullied by this Beastmaster.
It's kind of surprising he's getting so much. I thought the CM might have been better at zoning him, but I mean, because she can frostbite the wild boar. But if he kites around that a little bit and eventually gets boots, then he will have a movement speed damage and damage block advantage over her. So she's not a very good hero for trading hits. Her stats are very weak in the early game.
Yeah, not only that, like Spectre in the early levels is also really weak, so you're not going to be able to help your support when the support is fighting off the offlaner. So right now, mind control has so much space in this lane to work with.
He's doing so much in the lane. This mind control Beastmaster. Is he saying he's gonna get one, and Ramses is walking back. I mean, you know, this is kind of the classic. This is where you ping the Legion Commander and go, Legion Commander jungle, come on, GG. You know, easy MMR, but
this is when you report the Legion Commander.
Yeah, he's getting a report.
Well, both offlanes doing really well in this game. Both unexpected kills. I think the Witch Doctor one a little bit more unexpected. Anti-Mage almost getting a block off here on Nature's Prophet, some mana drain getting in.
Yep, this is a result of having a jungling support on both sides. Like Chen was helping the middle lane, so he wasn't helping the top lane. But either way, like you mentioned, it was really surprising that Afterlife was able to get the solo kill on the Witch Doctor.
Oh, Ramses have to put the verifies. He's still got a south, but it's a tough lane for him. As we can see CS-wise, the top 3 on the board, it's all Liquid. The mid lane matchup, Scandal versus Fada, it's 21 for 6 against the 14 for 1, so little advantage to Liquid in the top lane. Jumping in onto Afterlife, they've got the cast to lead this up with Matumbaman. Gonna follow through with a few heavy punches, but Afterlife just able to get himself back in time.
So I think this is looking a little scary here for Empire because all 3 of their lanes are doing quite well. They have the top 3 CS. So that means you're talking about which jungler is going to have more impact. And I have more faith in a Chen having guaranteed impact than a Legion commander.
And mind control with this haste rune. I mean, Maposhka, he has got the backup of King R, but mind control continues to go for this, throws the axes out. Now he's just going to turn towards King R. He says, you want some, I'll give it you. He's forcing him back it up. Maposhka tries to come back in. Oh, the dagger coming through, but mind control, he's got the bowl charges. Okay, now with Afterlife, but mind control just TPs out. I mean, this man. There used to be a point where people were like, mind control, the weak link, will Liquid kick him? But recently, he's been playing like an absolute boss.
Yeah, he does whatever he wants this game. Every person, he right-clicks harder than they right-click him, so he's pressuring them, forces the rotation, and that means less experience for Nature's Prophet now.
I mean, Winter, I mean, if you are Empire, obviously, you are feeling the pressure because of the fact that you're running this Legion in this position. At what point do we start to feel it turn around? Is it just when the Legion hits 6?
Yeah, when the Legion starts to move around with the blink, that's like the most crucial time. I mean, he can try to make a move before he has dagger with the bat.
Oh, bottom lane again! Mind control! He's going after Ramses. Ramses, it looks like he will only just get himself away, but...
And this Beastmaster is just getting way too much done in the lane.
And halfway through 5, he's going to have Raw soon. And with the Raw, in all these situations, you know, he's easily going to get 1 kill. If the CM's there as well, he'll just kill both of them.
Like, preferably the Chen can actually make a rotation when he's almost at level 6. Like, he can maybe make a rotation soon already. He's almost there.
They just have so many easy ways to kill Spec. It doesn't even have to be the Chen. It could almost be the Witch Doctor as well.
Yep, anyone.
And any nuker on their team means easy setup kill. And if not the Spectre, guaranteed CM kill.
And of course, with the situations being as it is, Matumbaman is finding pretty perfect CS up here, 35 for 11. I mean, of course, looking at the Death Prophet as well, Fada, he's keeping it right up there also. Absolutely parallel in terms of the farm for these two. There is, of course, it's all down to how much and how well this Legion Commander pick works out. Mind control, he's on the hunt into the jungle. Scandal's actually got a lasso here. He's going to put the raw. Mind control trying to go for this half-life TP in as well. They'll sprout him up. Scandal, he's got a lasso and he's going to use it, but Mind control already gets the kill on Legion. I mean, they do punish him. But Mind control getting away with that play. Vada's trying to come through, trying to fight against 3 of them. He's got 1 Siphon, he's got 2 Siphon, he's going to be sprouted up. Can they turn this around? Empire get themselves the kill. Vada go for the Exorcism. Scandal incredibly low. Scandal, he's stuck in the tree. CM's going to go down the crimson. He's going to get it. Vada gets a double kill, and he might just get a triple. Oh, one. I mean, he's just killed a Death Prophet that got a triple kill, but still, the Death Prophet got a triple kill.
That actually wasn't too bad for Liquid overall. I mean,
That was
844
great
gold for Death Prophet, but on the other side, Spec just got 675. He got counted for a solo kill there. It was pretty reasonably close, and that's a big boon of gold for Spectre that he drastically needed. So that could have been worse.
And yes, Spectre is level 6 as well, so they're going to be able to move towards their next timing with the Haunt to set up a kill elsewhere.
And they're looking for mind control, you can see. He's gonna have the TP here Afterlife, but he's not gonna go for it. And there's backup for Liquid. You can see JRX coming in the Witch Doctor. In fact, eyes on to Ramses. Haven't got the Roar available at the moment. Ramses is got Horn up. Smoked up.
I feel like
Yeah, I
they
think-
saw that.
yeah,
The
I
ward
think
was
they might have-
really
pings
close to
came out. Yeah.
the TP.
Yeah.
It's the danger of TP into a tier 1 tower.
I mean, Ramses is still sticking around, and he's going to eat a Roar with Fana and JRX there. Ramses, no way out of this one. I mean, whether they saw it or not, Ramses just getting caught out. And again, Liquid 7 for free. It's looking very, very good for them. And the anti-mage it's going to be a huge issue. I mean, Matuma, as he's continuing to just have a perfect game up on here. He's absolutely uninterrupted.
Yeah, this is why I say that Legion Commander is such a risky pick, because you take so much damage from the early game before you get to the point where your Legion will be useful. That is like the issue with the hero. It's just way too greedy.
And they limited his camps. Normally you can actually hit 6 really rapidly, but by blocking those camps, he was forced to do a large camp and a medium camp. Slows you down a lot.
We're going to have a Horn here, jumping in onto mind control. JRX is there, the heal comes in a nice Nature's Wrath. A huge bit of burst damage, but still, the Restoration helping out. Put down the Sprout, but again, they put themselves through, and Liquid get themselves out of there. Nice play, keeping it safe, and Empire can't seem to find the kills they want to now. They may be in trouble. Barda's come in with the rotation. Afterlife and Posture Rams are still hanging around. Haven't quite got that level 6 here on the Legion.
Oh, Kuroki.
Indeed, eyes on Chen, but Scandal. They're going to be careful. I mean, Liquid, they're very much ready to take the fight if they want to.
Radiant's top tower.
There we have it. Axis come out. Siphon starts King up, but he's going to get saved for the timing here. The heal from the Legion, but now Afterlife's walked in. He is the man to feel the power of this Siphon. Can he get himself away from them to slow for the CM? Now with the Sprout, Afterlife might just be able to cut this. That's not quite enough damage. He'll be fine for the time being. Maposhka coming back in. I know mind control throws out the Ramses. Oh, he might just get big kills here. Mind control and Kuroki down. This is exactly what Empire needed, and now Fada caught out position potentially. There's 4 heroes around. He's trying to fight it with the Ghost. Can he 1v4 this team? He's still sticking around. Afterlife, meanwhile, look for the Cobra. Now he's out. And Fada, oh, can he survive this? He can't. He can't do it on his own like that. Huge kills for Empire, punishing Liquid's aggression, and Liquid lose 3 at 2.5k gold swing, 2k in XP at 9.5 minutes in. Empire, they needed that absolutely massively.
I can't believe they won that fight. It just looked a little really disorganized at the start. The Nature's Prophet got way out of position. The only thing that saved him was the Sprout on the ground. He executed it correctly, and it allowed them to kite the rest of Liquid. Ultimately, they did tons of nukes as well. They just need to cycle their cooldowns, and they get a big laning advantage. They're not just about roars and a couple ultimates. They can cast Crystal Nova and Frostbite multiple times. They can cast Spectral Dagger multiple times, and especially the overwhelming odds, casting that 2 times in a team fight when there's that many creeps and heroes in one place. They just did too many nukes.
The napalm, I think, destroyed them. Like, it allowed them to actually kite so much. Like, when Liquid goes into the fight, they have to kill a target quickly. If the fight gets drawn out and you get all these stacks of napalm on you, and with the Nova and the Spectral Dagger, you're just not going to move anywhere.
Posca, eyes on mid. We're going to see the Haunt. And now he's found Jax. Yeah, he's going to get it as well. Afterlife turns up. Another kill for Empire, now equalizing it on the board. 7 for 7.
Yep, they're totally punishing the last few ultimates wasted for, the last wasted ultimate from the DP. And realizing that without that, Liquid are lacking in terms of their damage, so they can't really take a fight.
And as you guys were saying, this is going to be huge for Empire, because early game, you know, they realized that they were going to suffer. But if you're able to kind of climb back up like this, it's already essentially working out. The fact that you go for that greedy play earlier on, surely Perch.
You talk about the dagger and the Legion, but he went for Arcane Boots, just so that he can spam his overwhelming odds to defend the push.
It's not a bad idea. It's that or a Soul Ring, and maybe he'll turn this into something like an Aether Lens. With that said, I really think he needs Blink next, because Aether Lens is not going to suit you against an anti-mage. But that transition won't be bad, and like you said, the extra mana for spamming that spell is going to be completely worth it.
So if he's going for this build, then it's going to be really difficult, because you talk about the solo killing on the AM if you get enough items, but with this build, you're not going to be able to do that against the AM. It's more like you are very utility-based. You're there just to push out the wave with your nuke and use your press the attack to actually save targets from the raw.
I think that's fine though, because all he really needs to do is set up the stun on the anti-mage. Nature's Prophet can TP globally, maybe Inspector can as well, so really you just need any other hero than Legion Commander. Legion +1, whether Bat Rider or Crystal Maiden. If he gets the duel off on the AM, you're going to have 4 heroes instantly on top of that anti-mage and you can kill him. His build is fine, I think, if he gets the blink.
Radiant's middle tower.
But
He's going
he's going
Aether
Aether, yeah, he's going Aether Lens.
All right, now I'm confused.
I mean, it still serves like the purpose if you play him, if you treat him like a bat and you want to just use your spells from a distance.
King could be the one to tank the gank here. Smoke is going to be dispelled by the man. And CM, no escape for him here. But Empire, if they make sure not to lose anything else, it's certainly not the worst situation then. And CM tanking the smoke gank.
Yep, and DP has her ultimate up. So we'll see them try to take this tier 1 in the middle.
See how much Empire can do to stop this. I mean, yeah, with this push from the Ghost, I guess you kind of just have to let the tier 1 go at this stage.
And top lane as well, like Prophet has to be really careful. A TP plus the AM coming in from behind could result into his death.
Well, they could have played it careful actually. They are scared of the fighting potential and the jump of Empire. In fact, top lane talking about the jump, Matumba coming in onto Afterlife. There'll be a TP in from Jerax. Afterlife maybe a little too speedy here. Matumba can't quite get the body blocks up, so he's going to be out of there. Ramsey's now with the drums. So.
Oh, he got the last hit with the Treants on the tower.
Nice.
Oh, did he?
Radiant's courier has been.
Ooh, Courier goes down.
Didn't have anything on at the moment, but mind control indeed. He managed to cut that off by the looks of it. And he's now got his first Necro, and now there's the Battle Fury timing. So 13 minutes in, Matumba still, everything is planned for himself. He's having the anti-mage game that he wanted. I mean, now, does he just, I guess with the Battle Fury, we're obviously going to see him continue to farm. I mean, what point do you feel we'll see Matumba start to consider turning up to the fight? So is he just not needed?
It's not only that, it's like the way you play like the Spectre lineup, the team fights away from the Spectre, so Spectre is left alone, but because it's against anti-mage, anti-mage can always bully the Spectre. You go to his lane and you farm in his lane, you burn his mana. So it makes it very difficult for the Spectre to play. Because when you don't have mana, you can't actually help your team.
With that said, though, it's still pretty dangerous this game due to the duel. Because if he does go to that lane and try to zone the spec, if he just gets dueled, he dies.
Yep, he needs maybe a second knight like a Vlad's. Then he can actually start doing that. With the lone battle for you, right? It's a bit risky.
Hitting the mid tower. Mech going to be the item on Nature's Prophet, so they're going for a bit of a cover each other build. Like we said, the press the attack plus Aether Lens. So yeah, he is going to be playing a slightly more defensive role with some disable on top of that.
Empire, for the time being, they're going to move forward for more. They've got the vision here on the Timber Man. But the catch potential, and there's Scandal here. Oh, he's got an Invis rune. Perfect time to have an Invis rune jumping in onto the Timber Man. Oh! The flame break damage just enough to tick him out. Huge pick off for Empire. And that Invis rune, we've seen it a few times this planet, it really can make or break those absolutely key, crucial kills.
They're trying to set up a kill on the spec, but they couldn't get there in time before the fight started.
I mean, Liquid, they're still trying to fight here, moving in, the Sprout, holding back mind control, Ramses. Got to be careful, King up for the high ground with a huge freezing field. Mind control down as well, and now Empire. They're looking forward to try and move in for more. They'll take the tier 2 at least. And they will leave it at that. 2 big kills for Empire, an objective as well. And now suddenly this Spectre, who was getting bullied in lane at the start, is just 300 gold behind a free farming anti-mage.
Yeah, there was like some major miscommunication. They were waiting for mind control to actually raw a target, but he wanted to save the raw for a secondary target. And the greediness just resulted them to chasing too far, and CM got a really good ultimate on the high ground there.
Yeah, I think he also messed up by, he didn't cast his Hawk. They didn't have high ground vision, they started running high ground, and I think at first he hesitated on the roar, but then when he was ready to commit, they just didn't have vision, and he just didn't realize his Hawk was ready. He could have spawned that and gone for a roar, maybe lived, but either way, yeah, going high ground was a little scary for them there, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, you just really can't hesitate when you want to make a move like that in front of your tower. It's either you go for it or you don't.
Especially with a hero already dead. It was a bit of an iffy call, and definitely didn't work out.
This as well, looking at Posture, obviously, with the recent influx of gold, just holding off on the Aether Lens, if that is indeed what it's going to be, and just trying to save up for, I imagine, the Blink. Because we talked about it, having the Blink is going to be so key. They've obviously already got the Blink, the catch out on Scandal, but having 2 heroes that are going to have those 2 independent cooldowns to lock down the anti-mage, that's exactly what Empire need at this stage of the game.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of okay with the fact that he built almost the entire Aether Lens, and then never mind,
okay,
he bought it.
Okay.
I actually don't like that. I mean, he was 200 gold away from it at this point. Just wait for the blink. Like, I like the Ring of Health because then you don't have to cast press the attack on yourself to heal or attack creeps, but I mean, why not get it? You're 200 away. It sets up the kill, and then right after you can get the Aether Lens. I think that's worth it.
They're gonna smoke up. Look for a pick off here. It's like their timing right now. Spectre, Horn, Prophet ulti with the mech that they just picked up. So they have everything they need to take fights.
And Liquid are, of course, deep in Empire's territory at the moment, but backing off Liquid. I think they're aware that it's just a little bit too quiet for them across the map.
They want to wait for their mech. Kuroki's mech is in the career.
Scandal, if he can get the jump onto the top of man, he's going to get the vision here. The horn coming out. Who's he going to go for? He's actually going to go south. Looking for the pick off here. Then haunting across as well. There we get two. Monstrel Kuroki, but there. Coming out with the order momentum. Remember the freezing field. Another jaw onto man. This freezing field. King R. He does go down, but massive amounts of damage. But Liquid are the ones coming out top because the ghost come through. The Siphon as well. Afterlife's gone. Ramsey's the last man standing. It looks like it could be a 2-1 for Liquid if they can clean this one up. The Courier, in fact, give the vision. In fact, Ramsey's nearly takes it down on the way out. Can they catch this Spectre? Ramsey's on the retreat. He's got the dagger again in 6. It looks like, is he going to be all right here? They're still sitting a couple of them down.
Man, I thought that was...
He's got to be careful, Ramses. Oh.
He's got map packs.
Oh. I think he's all right. Oh, Ramsey. Oh, is he thinking about going back in? He's seen Jerax. He says, Jerax, you're looking for me. I'm looking for you. And Jerax here, TP's out. Is the damage there? I don't think it'll be quite there. Indeed, it's not. Just in time, back to base there for Jerax. But, I mean, what a fight there. Empire going. It looks, I mean, a massive full duration freezing field from the CM. But at the end of the day, the Ghost came out and it was all too much for Liquid.
I don't know about the targets that he actually picked though, because even Kevin was mentioning, oh, the AM was in such a vulnerable position. He was alone. They saw him with the horn, but he decided to go for the other target instead of going for the AM. The AM kill for me would have been the most safest kill. They get the kill and then judge the situation whether they should still take the fight. But instead, he went for the greedy play. He tried to kill more heroes, which result in his team going to that choke point.
And I don't even know if it was that. I feel like when you play Batrider, sometimes you tunnel vision where you're expecting heroes to be, and as soon as you see them and they're close to you, go.
Yeah.
But look, I was focused on the anti-mage, at least from an observer position.
They saw
he was solo.
They saw the anti-mage, so they definitely saw him. So I'm not sure. Maybe they decided that they wanted more kills instead of just one AM. So
I guess he could hypothetically buy back, and because they're between buildings, it would have been scary if they went on AM instead. But might have been the better call there, because they lost everybody. It was a great freezing field that almost saved the fight, but it wasn't quite enough.
Yeah, but they were also fighting against the Death Prophet ultimate and the Death Ward, so those two spells did a lot of work in the fight at the choke point as well. So it wasn't just the freezing field.
And worth noting as well, I mean, we were totally wrong about the Posh's Legion. He's not going the Blink, he's working on the Vladimirs.
I'm disgusted.
I was thinking about that as well, because he didn't want to, if he wanted for the Blink, he would have already gone for it. So the way he's building the hero is like he builds him like a Abaddon, where you get like a support Abaddon, you get Aether Lens, you get the Vlads, you get drums, you get all the auras, you stay behind, and you just use your spells like a support staying behind instead of a tanking hero.
I'm just not. I guess the reason that I don't like it is because I wanted Legion to be the hero that ganks the anti-mage and gets kills
You
off
wanted
that
the
way.
Blade Meal Blink.
Yeah, that's just the straightforward build. I do like the Vlads though. It's going to give them all 5 armor, which obviously works great against all of the damage coming from Exorcism and the Death Prophet. Maybe it's going to be a good solution, but the last duel that worked actually gave damage to anti-mage. So thus far, I just feel like Legion is going to become very, very weak late game with this build if they don't just kind of snowball and win.
But with his direction of his build, what do you think he will go next? Like maybe. Like, there's no good items for him, right? The way he built the hero.
Yeah, there's already mech, so buying a mech maybe would have made sense, but surely at some point you get a blink. Like, whatever, you can have blink and Aether Lens. I don't think that's super bad, but they'll need a solution to lock down the anti-mage at some point other than maybe Batrider ulti, and it's one of the best in the game. Frostbite's going to stop working as soon as he gets a Manta style, for example, so I guess that would maybe leave Prophet to go Hex or Orchid or something like that, which would kind of hurt him.
Definitely Hex. I don't think he would go for Orchid anymore. This late.
Exactly, but you know, if he doesn't play a dual way on Legion Commander, then it's going to force the Prophet to get an item he maybe doesn't want to have. He's already going Maelstrom, not the best damage item against anti-mage, so you're kind of just putting all of your eggs into one basket then for damage. Either Mjolnir or Spectre, basically. No one else is going to do damage on Empire towards anti-mage.
I mean, that's Desolate. That's about it.
Yeah, but that's one hero, you know? What if he gets roared?
Yeah, they are over-relying on certain spells to actually deal damage against AM. So maybe getting the blink will actually solve it. But at this point, like he doesn't seem like he wants to go for the blink. I don't know.
I mean, if you are Empire now at this point, can you kind of play the passive farm game, or is the anti-mage just always going to out-farm your Spectre and get to kind of critical mass before Ramses is able to? Do they still need to keep looking for these pickoffs?
They have to, absolutely, because anti-mage is always going to out-farm Spectre. He's way more mobile and he's got cleave. Spectre generally gains his farm by passive farming and participating in ganks and team fights, where he usually gets a lot of gold.
Yep, killing heroes. So that's what Empire, they need to farm and kill heroes at the same time, and Liquid will try to pick their fights and try to get objectives like Roshan with the Death Prophet ultimate at some point. So those are the things Liquid will look to do, and Empire is just going to focus on getting pickoffs.
Empire at the moment with the 4-hero push down the mid lane. Of course, it can turn into a 5-4 and he's back online.
Yeah, they just got the Frost Staff on the bat as well. So Bat Rider is fully online right now with the Blink and the Frost Staff. So they just want to find a solitary pickoff, get a kill, maybe get a tower, get more map control, make it hard for the AM.
Dire's middle tower.
They could snag a mid here.
Look at very intent on trying to get a push on, trying to
Oh, they're going in mid?
bait something out from Liquid, see if they do react to this one.
I don't think they know they're all there. Oh, the Hawk's going to spot it now. They'll see all the heroes. They know they're all mid. Prophet was trying to make that look like it was just a solo push. All right, they're going to fight.
Yep, straight up with the Yules. And Matuma now jumping in onto Afterlife, does get himself forced after away Flame Break to try and slow down the advance of Liquid. They get themselves to the high ground, and they're going to try and jump back in. Is it a trap? But no. Liquid are going to fall for it again. We saw before when they came up and a freezing field came straight out. King R once more was in the position to do so. So Liquid, they're not just going to chase into darkness again this time.
That was a great force. He definitely would have died otherwise. So save Prophet's life. They can continue moving as 5 and looking for a good fight.
Yep. AM still wants to farm and finish his Manta before he starts to join fights more. He needs to be very careful without the Manta.
Top lane, Afterlife just back on the push with the MP, trying to get some pressure onto the tier 2 Liquid. Into the jungle, they've got the Yules onto Ramses here, needs some backup here, he's in a bit of trouble. Scandal is around, but the silence coming out to Ramses, with the Siphon as well. There's your first 4-star, the heal as well. Dagger coming out and the Flame Break to push Frada back. Nice play from Empire to ensure that the Spectre can get back to safety. And I'm sure they'll wait until the duration of this exorcism is over. Scandal, he's coming in, Firefly is now going to run out. Gonna get stunned up here by the first Granite Golem. But again, just nice play from Empire, saving each other when it looks like Liquid just trying to go full in. And they pop the Ghost for that one.
Now that's dead.
Oh, okay. That's a TP cancel by Matuma. That just turns. They did. They got the real one with the lasso. He can get it with the jewel. He is going to pop the jewel. To them, the damage to do it though. The Master Legend, but no, the Hanigal comes down. They can't get it. The Frenzy film as well, but Turboman survives. There's all no Ramsey's trying to get it with the Yules. On the Spectre, Afterlife finishes off the job. Does come in, and Fire as well trying to TP that. Oh, great play from Empire. They lose 2, but they get the Death Prophet, the anti-mage as well. What a play from Ramses there as Scandal, managing to get that lasso off then. They follow it up with the jewel and then managing to horn over and get that follow. And then Afterlife tag teams in as well. The team synergy is insane.
Yeah, that was what happened when Liquid doesn't get anything done with the Exorcism. Like, Empire just waited for that out. They waited patiently, kited them, and just picked their moment when the ultimate is down. So that was just great play from Empire.
I like how long they could fish for that kill as well. They just slowly chased. They were going for the neutrals at first, and then they just went for the kill and they got it. I'm not sure what gave the Bat Rider vision to go in. If he was just, he just guessed somebody would TP in there as they knew the chase was on. But really good guess on the Flame Break. It took him like a second to lasso, but I don't think either team expected them to be there.
Yeah, he even got the real hero with that. So
Yeah.
it's either they got extremely lucky or he just knew.
Sometimes you can tell based on movement and stuff, but who knows? He got the real one and it led to a kill. So I guess they have to replicate that again. Get Exorcism wasted and go for the fight.
They didn't get the Roshan though, so that was still available there for Liquid if they want to go for it with the next cooldown of Fata's ulti.
Oh, it's worth knowing as well. I mean, Afterlife on the Nature's Prophet, he is finding an insane amount of farm. Full out Mjolnir done. And Scandal, saw her early on in the game, had in this room, so that's something big.
Oh, they're putting sentries over.
Yeah.
They're gonna spot him. They see him.
Yeah, things are coming out here. Scandal, he knows that, maybe he doesn't, even if he doesn't, they just drop both of the ults. Roar and Death Ward. They'll get the bat this time.
Roshan? This should be Roshan for them.
Liquid is one of the best teams that I've seen function in Vizrans. Like, normally those things make or break games, but they constantly have vision of runes.
So top lane.
Oh, jumping in on top to life. Afterlife. We'll see how he plays this one.
Legion is coming in though.
And they do have a horn. They're going to horn onto Matuma. Matuma is going to blink in a second. He's been spread up. Blinks up to the north.
Wish you had a blink there.
Yeah, that would have been a kill, actually. Maybe an earlier sprout from the Nature's Prophet, like as soon as he blinked forward aggressively, he could have sprouted him, and that would have gotten the duel off as well. So.
And meanwhile, of course, Liquid, they did find the space to get Roshan, and he's just now on the Death Prophet, and they didn't need to pop the Exorcism for that. They've got that one ready and waiting for the next fight. And this is going to be a fight, of course, with Ramses. It's this time, he's the one without the cooldown available. He doesn't have the haunt for 90 seconds. Empire, this will be a pretty bad fight here if they take it. Jumping in with the cast, and onto Ramses out of mana. Mana voided down, and it's a huge kill for Liquid. Can they find themselves more momentum? Man jumping forward. Looking for King Arthur, the Spirit Side coming out. They're chasing down with the crystal. One more slap, and they'll do it. A second kill for Liquid. And again, we're just seeing both of these teams picking to fight at the right time. Liquid this time round, where they know that the ults aren't up, and they jump straight in onto it.
Man, what a silence from Fata that he got the two heroes. Like, the Legion couldn't do anything, and Spectre got out of silence, but it was already too late with the Manta. So he still died in the end.
Scandal, does he want to be doing this?
Yes, he does.
I mean, does it? I with Afterlife, I mean, they could get punished for this. He gets the roar out before he dies. Oh, his last word there. Can it set up a kill for the side of Liquid? A nice force, though, up to the high ground, and that should get him out, and it will. Okay, Empire. I mean, they get away with that one. That was impressive. I mean, it looked to be that they would turn this around, Liquid, and jump straight back in, but just proven to be too evasive once more.
They did that really well. They had lots of planning to do. They're standing there. Are they coming? Should we get away? The force on the high ground, though, it's hard to stop. But the only mobile Liquid here at the moment, and probably for most of the game, is going to be the anti-mage. So he wasn't there.
Ramses, of course, working towards a Fusel Blade. Now with the Manta done, he's about halfway there at the moment. Still, with Horn on cooldown, okay, 3 seconds. It's going to be back up. We'll see how quickly Empire are willing to try and look to take another fight.
What build do you think Spec's going to go this game, Winter? Like a full agility build, like Scotty over Heart, maybe, just so he takes less damage from anti-mage, or
you mean
more standard?
After Diffusal?
Yeah, after Diffusal, of course.
I actually still like Butterfly. I think Butterfly could still be very good. Like AC I haven't really seen ACs on Spectre, so like Scotty or Butterfly, any stat item would be nice, giving him armor.
Do you get evasion against the spirits, I believe, right?
No, you don't.
You don't? Okay.
Yeah. It's just for dealing with the anti-mage.
I mean, might not be bad to go something like AC. It's very uncommonly done, but it does synergize really well with Dispersion. It didn't in the past, but now it does.
I have not seen Spectre build that item, so
yeah,
it will be a first.
There'll be some Reddit posts, someone's going to do math for once.
Scandal. Again, we can see Scandal, he's trying to get the information for his team, but it is, of course, costing him out on his own.
That's what's been happening the last few minutes. Scandal being picked off twice. The tempo for Empire has been totally halted, so Liquid are dictating the pace with the Beastmaster right now. And without the lasso, it's very difficult for Spectre to use his Horn, because Legion doesn't have a blink. And hopefully he gets a blink after this.
Talking about blinks done for the Beastmaster, and then over on the other side of Empire, Nature's Prophet Afterlife has got that ready as well.
And Liquid just picked up the gem as well, which is really important in playing this type of game where you're moving around the map, you want to obliterate the vision.
Ramses.
He has no raw, so...
Well, Anti-Mage is going Butterfly. He's got a Eagle Song now, so he's going to have a huge evasion advantage over Spectre, at least for the short term. And Spectre doesn't often want to buy Monkey King Bar. It's only slightly bad because Desolate does go through evasion. So as long as the Anti-Mage is by himself, he can kill him. But if he pops his Manta or has creeps near him by him, he's going to be very difficult for Empire to kill.
Yeah, right now Liquid is looking really, really strong. Empire still needs items, still need more items to actually be able to take a team fight.
Yeah, I mean, and how do you stop this push as well? Liquid coming in full on the bottom. He's still got the ghost up as well.
They have to try and lasso and get someone deep inside the base.
Alright, cancel casting goes now, let them out. Starts to go up. Let's see what Empire could do. And the meanwhile, Afterlife is going to go for the route, the split push, and indeed, they grab the Death Prophet, bring him in deep into the jewel, and Ramsey will take him down. Aegis is popped, but still great for Empire in the sense that they take away those ghosts, and now they'll look to Fada to take a second kill, and they do. They punish the Death Prophet push, but Tumberman leave with the TP out, only make it, Flame Rage just not quite in time, and Tumberman ends up getting the the kill on Afterlife. So it's a 1-for-1, but Empire looking to make the trade more favorable for them, chasing down Kuroki. It's a second pick off there for the Spectre. And as you said, what a defense. They jump in, and as you were saying, they needed to. They bring that Death Prophet deep behind enemy lines and showing us that these guys, they've certainly got the damage to bring it down twice.
There was like the secondary 4-star from the CM as well, like paying off in that team fight. So they have to be very, very careful with the Death Prophet. He was just way too confident with the Aegis, standing way too far up. Like there was no way his team could have been able to help him.
Yeah, I think it might have just been a lapse in judgment kind of a thing. Like you just...
Oh, Jerax. Oh, has he got a TP?
He did.
He has a gem as well.
Oh, is he baiting him?
Yeah, he baited him.
Okay, I mean, Ramses, he's going to stick around, yeah.
Oh.
Still baiting. Oh, no.
Who's baiting who?
Was that a bait?
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, buy a Blink Dagger, please.
Yeah.
You've got 3,600 gold, Legion. You're making it work. That was Batrider's force staff, by the way, to get him in range.
Fire Radiance,
he still doesn't
trigger
have
purge.
mobility.
Do it.
Oh,
man, I mean, that play there,
on.
so just a mistake from Liquid. They felt that they could turn that around, didn't expect the full force of Empire.
They didn't expect everybody to be there. That was such a big kill. Kill Anti-Mage and the Witch Doctor. They're going to be able to at least get a tier 2 tower out of this.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
There we have. Indeed, the tier 2 pushing out without the Anti-Mage and without Ghost. No chance for Liquid to come in for this one. Afterlife joining us, but the question is how far into Empire go? They're still 30 seconds without the Anti-Mage. Can they try and go for a high ground here?
They can do some damage at least.
Well, let's let them play it safe. I mean, I certainly respect that at this point of the game. I mean, after a pick-off like that, they're going to be happy. Has the Legion spent any of that gold?
Yes, he has.
He did get Blink Dagger, yeah. You know, that whole push, when they first lasted the Death Prophet, I thought the same thing as maybe what Fado was thinking. It's like, I've got Aegis, I'm a Death Prophet. It's hard for me to die. I've got BKB. My Chen can send me back. The Chen didn't get the send back, and he got pushed so out of position that it broke Exorcism, and then Death Prophet is not the same hero. And they just got a little overconfident with that push, and they may be kicking themselves for it right now.
I mean, even if they get the sand back, like, it will put his team in a very vulnerable position. They will just run down the other heroes. So it was also, even if they get the sand back, it was still a really bad situation for Liquid to be in. They need like something like a Lincoln's or Lotus up. They need some way to deal with the lasso from the Batrider.
Yeah, or they initiate with Beastmaster going in. He blink roars somebody, they all jump in, and then at least they're all deep past the tower together.
They have to kill someone, like once the Death Prophet ultimate is popped. Otherwise, they get lassoed and it's going to be really bad for them.
Game's getting kind of even, I would say.
I mean, as we can see on the net worth, it's so close, up and down, up and down.
If it's even against the Spectre would do a lot more in the fights compared to AM. So AM needs to be more ahead than this.
Especially in terms of kiting. Whoever he chooses to go on, he needs to blow him up first 2 seconds.
Afterlife, what out here on the bottom, Silence, and Matumba Matt.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, following through.
He's fine. Oh, never mind.
There's more money here into the pocket of this Anti-Mage, and I believe with that, sending out the courier straight away. That's going to be the completed Butterfly.
Well, he's going back for the Radiance actually on Ramses.
Are you a fan of that?
It's pretty good against Beastmaster. It'll kill all of his boars and stuff over time.
I don't know. It's not so good versus the other heroes though. Like, it's good for the supports like Beastmaster, Witch Doctor, Chen.
Gives a little bit of mischance. I mean, I think it's all right. It'll accelerate his farm for sure.
I guess maybe he was just thinking that they needed to be able to deal more damage since the other heroes, like we mentioned before, like they need other heroes to be able, other heroes are not doing enough, so the Spectre, the Prophet, they need to do more damage.
It's definitely the best damage item in the game for value. Just because it's going to be hitting everybody. And also, as he casts Haunt, it's way scarier now. Everybody's going to kind of have to run away a bit more.
Liquid, no messing around it, committing the Exorcism for the Roshan, and it is of course going to be they're going to get this one. Not a chance for Empire.
Yeah, this is better for Matumba to have the Aegis compared to the last time when Fata has it. Like, AM with 2 lives right now is just way better than the Death Prophet.
Yeah, you can jump way past, do something kind of stupid just to force some spells, respawn, get out. He's still a little in danger until his HP gets a bit higher, so I think his next item very likely to be something like Heart or BKB, but probably not BKB. Too many things coming.
I actually think maybe Basher though, like going for a much more aggressive build, like so that he can actually constantly pick up the Prophet as well, or kill the Spectre.
Yeah, that might be better. I guess if he's on Strength Treads, he has about 1850. That's pretty good.
Joel catching out Afterlife with the Roar now with the Necros. He can pretty much do this on his own, but Tumberman comes in, and he's going to want to take the glory for himself here, and he will. More money into the pocket of Matumba Man. And the rat has been caught, so 21 to 17. They hold back that threat now with the Nature's Prophet. This is obviously going to be a much better position for Liquid to try and now go for a push with that Aegis.
They have to wait for the Death Prophet's ultimate though. It's like 75 seconds cooldown. So that's that.
Barrett is really rich actually, 3.4k. Looking for wards at the moment. Might try to get Fada, he's chasing him.
See if he goes for a hit. He does need to be careful. I mean, look at this wraparound from Liquid. Matumba Man eyes onto King R. Goes up to Zert, waltzes himself away, but Matumba Man finds Ramses. Scandal, he's been found out by Mind Control. Kroki's there as well, and here comes the gang. Scandal's down, and that's the gem back. Gem over to Liquid. Matumba Man, he's not done. Jumping in onto King R, but Ramses, oh, he turns, and Matumba Man, he's bringing it to one. He does have the Aegis if he goes down, but as we can see with the butterfly, the missed chance, he's going to be fine anyway. Still keeps his first and second life
This
intact.
is looking dangerous for Empire all of a sudden.
Losing the bat means their fights are just harder to do. Legion's got a blink and a solar crest now. They can reduce some damage down to the tower, but
Radiant structures are fortified.
they can't duel yet. There's no way. They won't be able to kill anybody. He really should be using the solar crest on the anti-mage though.
See, oh, he jumps in. Jules Fada, here we go. Freezing field for the sidelines as well, but already, Matumba Man, he's falling low. Can they get him? No, he's going to get the kill himself. He's found two, he's found three. Four dead on the side of Empire, and King R, he's going to fall as well. Oh, what is he? He gets himself out for the timing. Matumba Man, he's on his help. He wants an ultra, and he'll get it. Jumps in.
That's it.
And that could be game. Liquid looking to 2-0 Empire. Matumba Man's anti-mage pulling through. Empire, they try their best, but GG, well played is called, and you have your second finalist confirmed. Liquid there. My God, and what a series though as well. I mean, Empire certainly put up a fight. There was certainly glimmers of hope there with the performance. The Legion Commander, in a sense, it worked out in some positions. They caught out Matumba Man off mistakes, but at the end of the day, Matumba Man's anti-major is too damn fat. 10-3-6, 3-farm from the start of the game. The pushes came at the right time, and Liquid, just the stronger side today.
Yeah, they did not have to force that engagement, but the way they did it, the game just ended instantly. You can't wipe in your base with no buybacks when the enemy team is there. So they went for that greedy duel on Death Prophet. Instantly, Legion got blown up, and from there, it's a 2v5. Instantly, they all die. I think they should just let one Rax fall and wait for respawns.
Yeah, I mean, where did it kind of run out, the chance here for Empire? Was it the butterfly pickup? I mean, at that point, Matumba Man, was he just too fat for Empire to have a chance of killing him, or was there still hope there?
He was really fat, but the other thing is like in the last few minutes, Beastmaster on Mind Control managed to got 2 or 3 pickups on the Prophet. I think that was really crucial. It stopped all the tempo.
And there we have it, the crowd love it. Liquid getting an applause, but what another series, and the grand final coming up. Yeah. I mean, that's going to be insane to see. Liquid, strong team. They've made a run all the way through the upper part of this tournament, and now meeting against Wings in a final, which is going to be round the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Team Liquid 2-0, the side of Empire. We'll see you guys very shortly. Now for a quick ad break, and then back to the panel. Stay tuned.